So I wanted to talk to you about exactly how much DJs get paid and how that's broken down. When we did EDC Las Vegas, I made negative money. I lost money from that show.
James.
Housekeeping.
Who is it?
House gang.
What you saying, bro?
What are you saying?
Welcome to Canada. Who does this? What are you saying?
Not that, bro. Rash and I just did sound check
Cool.
and got some food, and that's it.
What food did you get?
Ooh, pub food.
Well, you actually went to a pub.
Yeah, but it's like the weirdest pub I've ever seen. Not a pub.
Sounds like a terrible decision.
Yeah.
I just had Subway and I got a salad and a wrap.
Jeez.
And I ate them both.
You good?
It was alright, yeah. It was just like American Subway, even though the menu was different, it's kind of the same. Here we are in Winnipeg, Canada. Never been here before. The weather is shit. It's humid and cold. You ever experienced that before? Nope, me neither. We just came from LA, which is the opposite. Not humid and warm. So yeah, I hope the club is great because the hotel is shit. But I think it will be. Like last time we came to Canada, it was fucking lit. So yeah, man. Don't know anything about this town, so don't disappoint me, man. Just don't disappoint me. Just getting some new stuff ready for the set tonight. Yeah, the internet's so slow. I sound like I'm just complaining, because I am. We've just been hanging out in LA for the week and it's sick. It's a bit of a culture shock coming back to the cold touring today, and yeah, let's fucking go. Well, I was on the plane just going through like old stuff in my library. Pulled some old. I've got a couple of ideas that I want to do. I'm just gonna get the files together, put them together. But then I was just finding old tunes in my library as well. Like, I want to bring this back, bro. I want to bring this back. Nasty.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm thinking of just bringing back some old tunes because I'm just like, there's so much music that just sounds the same. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with those tunes anyway. Do you know what I mean? The only reason I stopped playing stuff is because I feel like people want something new from me. But then if I stop playing it, like that tune, I probably haven't played it for 3 years. So if I play it again now, it's kind of new anyway, you know? So yeah, let me bring that back. It was just on the plane adding things to this playlist, which I'm not going to play this playlist, it was just things to look at. Like this. Yeah, I just got back from the gym, so I've only just really opened up my laptop. Gym was shit as well.
I was just about to ask. Gym rating.
I'm actually going to dox the hotel because I don't like it. They're lovely people, but man, this needs upgrading, man. It's just so old.
We've not seen your room, by the way. This is...
It doesn't look that bad, it just stinks.
Nah, it looks bad on camera, don't worry.
Alright, so... yeah, that's enough of my complaining. Do you think it's going to be a good show?
I think it's going to be a sick show. It's a really, like... It's an intimate venue.
Okay.
Don't know what the crowd will be like, because it seems very college-y vibe.
Okay.
Is what I got from it.
I'm not really sure what you mean by that.
Like, it's just really... Like, I don't know. Like, the guys organising it are like... They look like college students.
Oh, like the promoters are quite young.
Yeah.
Got it.
So...
Normally shows like that are the craziest shows.
Yeah, that's why I think it's like... It's hard to say. But the club itself is sick.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
Sick.
And yeah.
Nice.
Transmission.
Zoom. Just make it look good in the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, clean my hands.
Well, Wallace. Well, let's come in. Welcome to my room.
Whew, smells nice in
How
here, bro.
nice it was in here.
Yeah. Do you remember earlier? Oh, bro, the stars of the show. No pun intended. Dazzle, dazzle.
Dazzle. Whoa, it's not really shining. The lights are not really doing it much justice. Thanks, bro.
Jeez.
Alright. Almost ready.
I got your mix some of it. I just need your bowl.
What are you doing, bro?
Downloaded some shit that I wanted to play. And I forgot to put it on my USB, so I had to bring my laptop. It's literally just one tune and I forgot to put one.
How are you feeling?
Actually quite tired.
Is it, yeah?
Yeah, are you feeling tired?
I'm good, bro. I got some of that old man coffee.
Tired. Not like 2 shows, 3 flights tired. But yeah, I thought I'd be a bit more awake because we came from another time zone, you know? I'll just jump around a bit. Use all my energy and that will be good. 20 past 12 now, 1 in 10 minutes.
Speed, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
shirt?
Thank you, James. You're the best. We follow everything you do.
Thank you. All right. Who does this?
Got a fucking sign thing.
Yo!
Always Dale crew.
Why didn't you give me this on stage, bro? Why didn't you give me this on stage?
I just went way too late. I didn't think of like, man. Thank you, man. and we have
this on stage, everyone would have gone fucking mad.
I know. Okay, next time we bring you in, we'll
Thank you.
Very cute little stereotype card. Look at that. Look at that. The details.
Oh, who does this,
the
bro?
details. Who does this?
Jeez. Oh, wow.
Honestly, we appreciate you so much, and I've been following your content. It's been fucking fantastic.
Thank you, man. I love
Honestly.
that. I'm going to read this out for you.
Yeah, so we're always Dale. We're the production company or the promotion company that put it together.
Sick.
Yeah. And we got some sick merch, sweaters, and a tank top for Tita as well.
Sick.
It's a
Yeah,
hard-
she'll love that.
Yeah, it's a heart on the sleeve
Come on, bro.
collection.
Yeah, that's
It's a
hard.
heart,
That's
and
hard.
That's, yeah.
That's hard. Okay.
Sweet.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
No
it.
problem, man. Honestly, our
Let me read
pleasure.
this out. We're not balling like that, so we had to give it in the makeshift Chanel bag. But we were able to convince Mickey Mouse to rock the stereotype tee, and he looks so damn good. We are big fans of your work, music sets, and content you put out. We wanted to show you our appreciation and included 3 sweaters from our Heart on Sleeve merch collection. One for you, Rashawn, and one for Tita. Nothing for Wallace.
We hate Wallace, that's why. I'm kidding. Please don't cut that out.
Oh no, the SD card stopped recording.
Yeah.
Files are corrupted.
fuck. Oh, wait. Oh, that is back again,
No,
don't worry.
honestly, the behind the
Thank you so
scenes
much,
shit you
bro.
invest in is fucking fantastic, and you honestly do a fantastic job, Wallace.
Thank you, bro.
Really
Appreciate that.
It's fucking sick, man.
Not good enough to get a hoodie, though, but it's alright.
Thank you, mate. Thanks, bro.
Thank you. Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Fucking amazing.
Thank you, man.
We will follow you.
Now I'm complete.
Thank you.
Let's just talk about how they gave me the 808 room. Yeah, classic. Yeah, classic. Okay.
Good enough.
How much do you consider enough? Go on, this will be interesting
Yeah,
for everyone
what we
watching. In the comments, how much sleep do you consider enough? Go on.
What's that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What?
Yeah. We're leaving at 9 o'clock.
What time is it now?
It's 2:30.
So how much sleep?
How's that 9 hours?
6. We've got 6 hours.
If you went to sleep this second,
You might get 5.5.
you might, yeah.
It's sleep. Don't get me wrong, we're used to that 3 hours. So 5 hours is a lot of sleep.
Don't get me wrong, like, it's not bad. Man said a lot of sleep. It's not the worst, okay? It's not a lot of sleep. Let's just check out these products that the guys got us, because they looked sick, but we were in like the sweatiest artist room ever, so I didn't even look properly. Do you know what, let me tell you something funny, right? When I met the guys, they were like, yeah, the brand's called Always Dale. And we thought it was Always Dally. Like with the little thing on top of the E.
Oh, it's always Dale, yeah.
Yeah, it's Always Dale. These are for me and you. I don't know why they didn't get one for Wallace. But no one even apologised. They just didn't get one for Wallace. Always Dale. Dance call.
That's it?
It's heart on the sleeve.
Oh, wait.
Got it.
No,
You got it, yeah.
They didn't give me one, don't worry.
Thank you. Alright.
You're going to say thanks? Wow, I'm grateful. I would have said thanks if I had one.
No, I actually appreciate it.
Dude. Oh, mate, this t-shirt's so wet.
Okay.
Look how wet my t-shirt is. I didn't even realise it had this shaped sweatpants on it. You actually mad. It's like some sort of tie-dye effect. Who does this? I've got to dry this in the next 6 hours. What time are you getting up?
I'll be up from 7:30.
7:30, yeah. Got a lot to do in there. What are you going to do at 7:30? So tomorrow we're going to a festival, and then we go straight to Orlando. Sounds random, kind of is, but But basically we wanted to travel to Orlando the following day, but there were no flights. We'd have to do like a stupid routing. So because we finished the festival set at like 8:30, right?
8 o'clock.
Then we're able to go to the airport and get a flight at like 10. So we're going straight to Orlando. Oh fuck, we don't get to Orlando till 6 a.m. do we?
Yeah, we don't get into the morning, yeah.
Is it one flight?
No, we'll change.
Bro, I was really jolly. I was like,
That's dead.
it's just hit Wallace what we're doing. I was really jolly. I was like, yeah, we do the festival, go to Orlando, and then go to bed. No. We do the festival, then fly to Orlando, which takes about 8 hours. And then it'll be the morning, and then we'll try and go to bed.
So we're flying to Toronto, then Toronto to Orlando.
So we're saying it's going to be cold.
Who said that? It might be.
Good thing you two got new hoodies.
I'm not gonna lie. Good thing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Alright, that gig was... Let me think. I think my headphones are broken. I need to run some tests, to be honest.
I think they are because I checked that lead.
Oh, really?
So
So,
yes, definitely. I used that
Just
for
like,
sound check.
and also at the show in LA, they were fucked in the same way, and it's weird. It's like they're in mono split, so they should be coming through left and right, but it's like both signals being merged. It's fucking weird. And then I'll turn the PFL off, and it gets louder, and mate, it's fucked. And I was like, but there was like at the start, it was a bad connection with the cable, so I was like, oh yeah, that's fixed it.
Yeah.
And then when I jiggle it around, at one point it went back to left and right, and then it went back in the middle again, and that's why I was trying it with and without the extension.
Yeah.
But nah, I think the headphones are just fucked. So luckily, I know a man who carries everything with him at all times. You've actually got a pair of these, haven't you?
Yeah.
All right, I'll borrow them off you, bro, until I can buy some new ones. Thanks. I've got tips for them. I've got spare tips, so you don't have to share earwax with me, even though there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're into. Is that what you're into? No. Okay. So I'd ask. To be fair, you can replace the cables and stuff in them, but it's much easier to get hold of a new set of headphones when you're touring. Like, what am I gonna order a fucking set of new cables, and where am I gonna be when it shows up? You know. Whereas with the actual headphones, you can get them on Amazon next day. So right, basically, I had two big issues. I went on stage and there were no booth monitors, and my in-ears didn't work.
You only had left.
Right, because I was stood there. I was like, I'm looking at these huge monitors next to me, and I'm like, why are they not loud? And I was like, trying to listen to them. I was like, they're not fucking loud. And then Rashawn was going to the sound guy. He was like, turn the monitors up, turn the monitors up. And then it felt like they got a little bit louder, but it still wasn't loud. And I was just a bit baffled. I was like, what? They just like a small speaker in a really big box or something. Like, and then at some point, like halfway through the set, I felt bass next to my feet, and I was like, the monitors are on now, aren't they? And Rash was like, yeah, it was unplugged. I actually struggled to hear. Partly my own fault, partly someone else's fault, because it's up to me to make sure my headphones aren't broken, and it's up to someone else to make sure that the speakers are plugged in.
Someone knocked down the signal for the mic as well. That's why your first mic wasn't working.
I thought the battery ran out.
Nah, the thing just fell down.
Oh, that's funny. The people were amazing, man. People were so good. Wallace had so many fans.
Yeah.
I'm actually a bit jealous.
Wallace gang.
I did loads of new little bits of my set, like
Sick.
was there
Yeah,
any fire ones?
Yeah.
Because every time I'm doing something like dead fresh, I'll say to these people like, "Yo, new thing, film it," and they'll be like quickly like scrambling to grab a camera and film it. So I know they're paying attention. So I'm like, "Yo, which ones were good?" Because there were like a couple, and I felt like that was good energy.
Nasty was my favourite. I'd
Yeah,
say.
I could have done better with it. It was a bit of a mess. But like the drop's fucking brilliant, isn't it? It's so fucking. I'm bringing that tune back.
Yeah.
It'll be mine for about 2 months, and then every other cunt will stop playing it. And then I'll be like, "Hey, why you all playing such an old tune?" We just had that conversation with the DJ before me. He ended on "World, hold on, instead of messing with my future." Right, that is a banger, and that is an anthem. But I did say to Wallace, Fish had brought that tune back. Because you know how Fish has been playing that in every set.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, that's a bit mean though, because the guy might have been playing it before Fisher played it. But it is true how a DJ can bring a tune back like that. So yeah, Canada Energy undefeated. I have not seen a show in Canada with low energy yet.
Nope.
Who does this? Canada does this. 2 guys in stereotype shirts, which was crazy because
One was old. An old one. Yeah,
The t-shirt was old.
T-shirt. Not him.
I was thinking, sure he wasn't that old. Yeah, there were 2 guys in stereotype shirts. One of them was an old design, so original hype fam, you know. But it always surprises me when I come to somewhere that I haven't even heard of and see people wearing stereotype. That's the craziest thing, you know. Anything you'd like to add about the show?
Oh, the CO2 button was just a madness. Like, I was fighting with it.
The pyro guy was not on point tonight.
I had to hold it like say this is the box, I'm holding like this.
Oh, like holding the wires together?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then like at one point, the CO2 went off by itself.
I saw that.
I was like, what's going on here? And there's me thinking, yeah, man's got this helicopter on lock.
Wallace, anything you'd like to add?
Um,
Anything you want to tell your fans?
I was going to say that next, but you ruined that. Do you want to stand in the mirror so they can see you?
Thank you. The show was sick. It was nice to like hear some new shit like we were talking about earlier.
New shit that was all old. Yeah.
No, you know, as in like something different.
No, completely, yeah.
And yeah, the only thing that ruined it for me is it was mad hot in that club. Like, it was unbearable at one point.
Yeah.
But
I thought about taking my top off.
Yeah.
Honestly did, and I've never done that with a DJ,
Yeah.
but I was like, this is just, I'm gonna get to the point where there's so much sweat coming out of me that it's like dangerous for my health.
It was that hot that me and Wallace kept leaving the stage.
Yeah.
So we'll go down so we could just
Are you
get
serious? Yeah.
come back up. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's how hot it was.
Man, I thought Wallace was going to see his fans. You know what's funny? By us talking about this, we get more and more fans. When we get to a show and everyone will ignore me and they'll just be like, Wallace! Wallace!
Wallace gang. Anything else, anyone?
He's got to be up in an hour, mate. We should probably let him. Mind you, that's plenty of sleep. Alright, so tomorrow we're going to a festival in Edmonton, which is another part of Canada. Rashawn said it's in the middle, and I trust Rashawn, so it's in the middle. I'm going to meet AC Slater, who's someone I looked up to for a long, long time, which would be really cool. I remember in 2015 or 2016 I went to a night bass event in LA, which he's the founder of, and yeah, he was one of the first people playing that kind of UK sound in the USA, or one of the first people that I knew of anyway. So yeah, it's someone I've always looked up to, so it'll be cool to meet him. Transition, give this one another try. Hey, that was well better, wasn't it?
Good morning, Wild Wallace fans.
Good morning.
We're on our way to the airport. I had about 4 hours sleep. Rashawn had less. How are you, Wallace?
I'm feeling good.
Alright. I felt worse, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
I thought we just felt.
You guys are funny. You guys are funny.
We
Come
had
on.
to do it to you.
Thank you, bro.
No problem.
Well, let's go with the after all.
Come on.
We're going to the airport, flying to Edmonton. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be fun though. Let's go. Transition.
Yo, my man. We're here in Edmonton, in a hotel in the airport, where we've been hanging out for the past 3 hours, waiting for our driver. We just flew in from Winnipeg. What was the transition I was supposed to be carrying on from? Oh, I know what it was. What? Right. Now our driver's arrived, so we're going to the festival. Let's go.
pretty sure this is where the driver tried to take us to last week. Legit. We're in like the same kind of area. So yeah, that'll be all.
Give me a transition.
Can you just like share the road or something?
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm transitioning into.
Someone's got like 4 decks or something like that, just so like if I see it, I'm gonna text it.
They were like, yeah, we'll put it in James' hands just to make him sensible.
Transition. Transition. I'm surprised you don't hear this shit, you know? Oh damn.
What are you doing, bro?
Oh mate, is this one moving differently?
It is now.
This is, I'm clearing out Rashjan's earwax from
my ears.
As I explained last night, I'm borrowing his in-ears, and I just looked at this one, I was like, mate, all I'm going to be mixing would be like earwax in the mix. Like, obviously it's not going to touch my ear, but I'm just worried about how they're actually going to sound.
My in-ears I use for the sound check, so yeah.
What I'm saying is, alright, let me test them out. How long we got? 5 minutes, yeah. Let's go.
Wallace is getting involved.
Whew. Alright, let's do this. Just hoping my headphones work, innit?
Good luck reading that thing.
That's okay, man. One quick thing.
Real high front know what it is though, innit?
Yeah.
Oh!
That's Diplo playing, so yeah.
Good song this.
Shit, we didn't get to see him. Yeah, the dressing rooms are in a different place. So no luck.
Next time.
You guys going to the airport, right?
Yep.
Yes, please.
Yo, we're back in the airport. We made a rapid escape out the festival. They didn't send any security to help us out. So we just, me and Rush put the hoodies on, hoods up, and then I was like this. Through the actual festival with the suitcase. And we got out. Easy.
Just like a suspended floor, just bouncing. Just Did it go?
I actually felt
Really?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. So we're getting 2 flights now. It's 9:30 p.m. We're flying to Orlando. So yeah, we're going to Orlando, and it's quite exciting because, well, exciting, scary. Wallace has booked our Airbnb. We gave Wallace full control of the situation, and we're staying there for how many days? Is it like 6 days? We're staying in an Airbnb that Wallace chose, and we just gave him a budget and told him that it has to sleep 3 people. We'll see what we got in it.
I'm excited.
You would be. Transition.
We're glad that you were here.
Yo, we've been traveling for 16 hours.
Yeah, so it's been 16 hours since we left the festival in Edmonton. We had a flight from Edmonton to Toronto, which then we had to get off and go back through TSA and change from Canadian borders to American borders. The longest process ever. Yes, so then we had to, what was the last thing I said? I said about TSA, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the flight was delayed because there was a long queue trying to get over the American border. It was just absolutely ridiculous. No organisation or anything. Well, we were knocked out. Found out that the flight was delayed even more by 2 hours.
Lit.
I'm back. So as you saw earlier, I've been put in charge of finding the accommodation for whilst we're in Orlando. So I've got to find somewhere that's not too far away from the club, and it's a good area, it's got facilities like a gym. Yeah, just needs to be nice. Easy enough. I have 2 options though. I can either nice Rashawn and James, or pick somewhere funny as a joke and have them hate me for the next few days. But I don't want that, so I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna find somewhere good with the gym, a pool, and not far from the club. Because the last thing we want at like 4 AM is a long drive back to the house. So, see what we can find. I found this place here, and it's a pretty good location. It's nice, it's pretty new. It's got a gym and a pool. There's only one problem though. There's only 2 real beds. One's a sofa bed. But I'm willing to take one for the team, so it's okay. The options are pretty dry in Orlando, surprisingly. So I'm going to take one for the team, and yeah, just going to have to sofa bed it for a few days, but it'll be fine. I hope. So I'm going to go book this now, and yeah, see what they think of it. Transition.
Yeah. We get to see the apartment Wallace has chosen for us.
Are you excited to see it?
Yeah, I am. It's quite cool when you don't know. I don't think you're going to have screwed us over, because you've got to stay there as well.
It's very true. It's very true. Rash? How you feeling?
I believe
about
in you still.
Sorry?
I believe in you.
You believe in me?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
I know Wallace wouldn't do us dirty.
Transition to me getting kicked out of the apartment.
It's the 8th floor, but there's no way this goes up 8 floors.
So far so good then. Moment of truth.
You put the elevator one just for you.
Sorry?
You put the elevator one just for you. Alright,
Ready?
see what Wild Wallace, his dream home, looks like. Okay, first impression, not that wild. Been a good ride.
Got a coffee and everything.
Yeah, it's got coffee. Okay. Looks like it has internet, that's a start. That means we can put an episode moving differently out.
Exactly.
This is weird. This is where it gets really wild. That's the toilet. It's a bedroom.
Bedroom, yeah.
Wild bedroom. And by the way, I'm just going to say I'm having the best bedroom, whichever one that may be. See them all first. Well, this ain't too bad, you know.
I've done alright.
Well, we'll see.
Love bedroom. That's ensuite.
Is that ensuite? Yeah. This one might be. No, it's just a massive closet. Is that ensuite on the inside?
Yeah, the bathroom's here.
Has it got another door?
No,
Nah.
Oh,
it's ensuite there.
it's ensuite. Okay. Might be one in that. What are you keeping in there, Wallace?
Madness.
Is there another bedroom?
Nope.
It's not.
Don't lie.
No. I took one for the team. I'm sleeping on the sofa.
Are you actually?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I made sure there's a sofa bed.
My guy.
Like I told the vlog, the options in Orlando were dry as fuck.
Really? Yeah.
Like either that or we'd have to drive an hour
Oh.
to get anywhere half decent.
Oh man.
Also, we have a pool
Yeah.
and we have a gym.
Hey. Yes,
That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. Come on.
Well, they smashed it.
Yeah. It's good.
Happy?
It's good.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fair one, yeah.
Is it? Oh,
That's their key.
you get the one with the cool on your
Thank you.
banging.
Sick.
Yeah. Let's fucking sleep.
Yep.
You love a sofa bed, don't you?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I was thinking you must have been missing.
I'm not I'm not sleeping anyway. I'm editing.
Yeah. Or on here, maybe. It's very hard.
No, nothing. Comfy.
Debrief.
We roll a debrief, right? So let me just set the scene. It's 23 minutes past 2 on Thursday morning. Now we're about to debrief for a gig that happened on Saturday evening. That's how many days ago? 5 days ago.
5 days ago.
5 days ago. We're debriefing for a show that was 5 days ago. So our memory might be tainted by the effects of time. Basically, Wallace is editing moving differently, and we all just said, hang on, we didn't do the debrief because we didn't. We went. So after the show, we came off the stage and we had a whole team of guys with us. We had like loads of photographers and videographers, and we went straight back to the artist room and we were just chatting with those guys for ages. And then our driver was there and we had to go to the airport, and then we were at the airport like getting on a plane, and then we got on another plane, and then we were all so tired, and then we got to this apartment, fell asleep for like a whole day, woke up, and then we were like, oh yeah, we need to do the debrief. And then like 4 days went by and
Here we are.
we all just remember we still haven't done it. So debrief.
Debrief.
Debrief. First thing I'd say about the gig was it's one of the weirdest stage setups ever, and the Canadian people are very trusting and very respectful.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
100%.
There were no barriers on the stage,
And no security.
and well, 3 or 4 security guards. One.
Right.
I
They
saw-
got overhyped.
I saw 2 at one point,
Really?
but maybe they were switching around.
I saw when we left the stage there were 2, one either side of the stage.
I already saw.
So when we left the stage,
Yeah.
there was really only one.
Yeah, one either side of the stage, right? So, how many people would you say were in front of this stage at the most? 3,000 or 4,000?
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, about that. Definitely
Yeah.
would say that.
And 2 security guards, and anyone could walk up the stairs at the side of the stage, and they just didn't.
Yeah. No one came.
And at the front, right, we've got the craziest video of a stage dive fail ever. And the reason that happened is because nobody stopped this guy from jumping up onto the speaker, so he's standing on top of the speaker and then does a stage dive, and everyone just moved out of the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason he was able to jump up onto the speaker, there was no barrier. So like, there's like a line of speakers along the front, and there's gaps in between them, and every so often someone would like come through the gap And the security are like, what are you doing? Why are you going through there? And it's like, there's no barrier. I really enjoyed it. It was a really good show. It was nice to be playing outside in the sun like that. The people of Edmonton were really good. I had loads of hype from there that we met afterwards, and even more that I've seen online, so thank you for that. They were saying it was really busy as well, because they had the event on the day before, and they were like, oh, you had so many more people at the stage for your set than someone else did the day before, so that was really good to hear.
Yeah. We didn't really have that much issues this show. Mine was just like getting tech, but it was like they were very prompt and well done.
Bro, for you to say we didn't have many issues, I think time has healed the issues. Like, when we arrived there, they didn't have the right CDJ, so he was running around the festival trying to find like any CDJs possible. So they literally swapped the decks with another stage. And then when we got on stage, there was a delay in the monitors, which was insane, because I wear in-ears, so I can hear the music directly coming out of the mixer, and then the monitors are doing like half a second later than the in-ears. So for the first 10 minutes of my set, I turned off the monitors, which was horrible, but I couldn't mix with them on, because I'm hearing two totally different times, and which one, but you can't differentiate between which one's right and which one's not. So it must have been...
It was weird for us.
Yeah, it must have been shit for you guys as well, because it was just being quiet on stage. But that was the only way I could mix. The guy fixed it in the end. I don't know what caused it, but the technician guy fixed it after 20 minutes or something. Maybe less.
Yeah. Because he didn't believe it.
Yeah. He said that's not possible, and then 20 minutes later he was like, it's fixed.
The smoke machine was broken as well.
Mate.
Come on, he's just forgotten all the issues. It sounds like we had no issues.
No, I just we had many issues that we used to. Yeah. It was I feel like they resolve things very rapidly. If I said one thing, they literally just it's done. So that's my point on not many issues compared to previous shows that around it.
But yeah, let me just say, right, if they did a festival in the UK with no barriers and 2 security guards, the DJ would leave because there would be 6,000 people on the stage, and someone would be like at the top of the scaffolding, like 20 meters in the air. Like, it would literally be like, I can't even describe it, man. Like, but people are not that respectful in the UK. No. I don't even know if they are in other countries, but Canada they are. It was, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was shocking to see that literally no one came. Minus people that jumped on the stage, but
one thing I found wild, apart from like the front of house in the crew,
Wild Wallace.
No.
Can you zoom in on my face for that? Wild Wallace.
One thing I found wild was the fact that there were front of house crew, but there were no stage crew on stage. The only stage crew were people that were kind of, from what I got, were high up in the festival in a way. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
And like they were sound and everything, but they weren't there. Their job wasn't to stop people coming on stage. So yeah, that's why it kept happening. And
if there was a stage invasion, my defense would be Rashawn K. I don't know who his defense would be. The other thing is, big news. So, over the past week or so, we've noticed an influx of Wallace fans. Wallace has named them.
No, I don't think they should stay.
Would you like to share?
No.
Why not Wallace?
Wallaceans.
I like it, man. It's like Parisian.
I said the first time I said it, to Rash, he said it was dead.
To be fair though, the first time he said maize, we all thought it was a joke. Yeah. In fact, I think that's because it was a joke.
Yeah. Literally.
So yeah, Wallaceans here to stay. Names in the comments below. Wallaceans, show yourselves.
Wallace gang.
Wow. What else? That's the end of that section.
Yeah.
Transition.
Go on, bro. You got this.
Just gonna knock the fucking camera off.
Go on.
Transition. Ah, fuck.
So dead.
Porque nos vamos a clavar de lleno a la cultura del DJ, a la cultura del club, a la cultura de la producción musical con de James Hyde. Hi James, how you doing?
Woo! Very well, thank you. That was a long list of things.
I saw that you have a lot of gigs.
I'm in the USA at the moment, and I'm doing a lot of touring here. And then next month I'm going back to Europe. I'm playing all over Europe, and I'm really excited for all those shows. Like Europe's so exciting in the summer, and I'm excited to release some more music. I've got lots of underground records that I'm excited to release, and then
What do you have in mind when you're working on a new song?
dance floor.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
See
mate. We'll talk soon.
Later. Bye.
Bye. Just literally got straight out of bed, and then I had Rashawn knocking on the door. He's like, James! James! You've had your 1 hour! No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. I definitely had 8. I had 8 hours, but my manager was chasing him, and he was like, James needs to wake up. He's got an interview in. He's got 5 interviews in 10 minutes. And I've just done loads of interviews with radio stations in Mexico. I think they were all in Mexico. Yeah. It was amazing. It's amazing how well those guys speak English, because then they're doing like a translation straight after, and they're like, "So James, what do you think about this?" And I'm like, "Well," and then he's like, blah, 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 in Spanish really fast. I'm like, "Whoa!" So yeah, that was an interesting way to start the day. Now I need some food. How are you finding Wallace's Airbnb?
He's done very well. I don't know, the bed's been made comfortable.
Come on.
Should we talk about the gym?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's got a lit gym in it.
We could take him to the gym later, maybe.
Yeah.
Alright.
Apparently there's a rooftop pool as well, which we haven't seen yet, but yeah,
The clubhouse.
The clubhouse, you know, bro, jeez. Alright. Yeah, we'll take you to the clubhouse later in it, transition. What's this? So while we've got this time here today and while we're just relaxing, I just thought I would talk to you about exactly how much DJs get paid and how that's broken down, and then I'm going to talk about lots of other things as well, just to make context. So yeah. So basically we're here, we're in Orlando, we're chilling. I don't know if anyone's ever been to Orlando, but like this humidity is fucking wild. I feel like I'm covered in glue, and it's not even warm. It was warm earlier, but now it's nighttime, obviously. Yeah, humidity's crazy. But we've been hanging out here for a couple of days, and me and Wallace were talking about what kind of content we should put in Moving Differently. And while I was thinking about it, I went on Twitter, and Glastonbury Festival's been going on like last weekend, and one of the posts I saw on Twitter was, how much do Glastonbury headliners get paid, right? And basically the article said Glastonbury headliners earn 90% less doing Glastonbury than they do from other festivals, because it's for charity and it's so prestigious and all this. And they were saying the headliners are getting like £200,000. And I started reading the comments, and all the people are like, "That's so much money, that's crazy. Like how can they be paid that much money?" And like obviously 200,000 is a lot of money, but one thing that I noticed from those comments is people don't really understand that money doesn't all go directly into the pocket of the artist. Like there's so many costs involved in putting on that show, and I thought like that relates back to DJing a lot, because it's such a grey area. Like we all know, Steve Aoki gets paid 200,000 or whatever. Like I don't know what the actual figure is, but you always see these kind of figures being thrown around, and it sounds crazy. But all I can talk about is from my experience, what kind of figures are getting thrown around, what kind of expenses are involved, and how much of that an artist such as me actually gets at the end of the day. So like, to start off, the easiest way of demonstrating this, let's say I did a show in the USA and they paid me $1,000, right? Just for example. The first thing that happens to that $1,000 is the US government comes along and says, oh, you're not from the USA, we're going to take some of that, and they take 30% straight away. So that $1,000 is now $700. The next thing that comes along is the agent. The agent says, oh, we got you that show for $1,000, we're going to take 10%. There's another 70 gone. You're now down to 630, right? And then my manager comes along, and my manager's in London, and he's like, yeah, I'm doing all of this for you, I'm looking after all of this stuff, I'm going to take 20%, right? You're only good at maths. What are we up to now? 504. So we're now down to half of what we started with, right? So all of a sudden, that $1,000 is now $500 already, yeah? Next thing we got to talk about, right, is that flight. Because when they give you these offers for the gigs, they're not including the flight. So imagine, like, at the moment, a flight to the USA costs about $2,000, £2,000, something like that, right? Yeah. So that expense is going to be broken down between however many shows I've got. So if I'm in the USA for 3 weeks and I'm doing, say, 12 shows, then the cost of that flight, the cost of that $2,000 flight to the USA in the first place, that's going to be split between all those gigs. Then we've got the domestic flights as well inside the USA, and there's 3 of us. There's me, Rashawn, and Wallace. So we've got flights for 3 people now on top of that. And then sometimes the hotels will be covered by the promoter or the nightclub. Sometimes they won't be. Every offer is different. When the nightclub wants to book you, they'll make an offer to the agent and they'll say, oh, we want to book James Hype, we want to pay this much money and we're going to provide these hotel rooms, or we're not going to provide any hotel rooms. So sometimes that's covered, sometimes it's not. Sometimes that comes out of that money as well. So you start to see how the breakdown of this money goes. So when you see these people outraged that the Glastonbury headliner got £200,000, well, even before they've paid any of the team, it's already down to 100,000, you know? Yeah. So like, it's down to 100,000, and then they've got to fly in the team, they've got to fly in the choreographer, the tour manager, the makeup artist, the band, all of this stuff. Yeah. Like, imagine you have a band with you, it's wild, man. Like, the expenses
and
are
they got to cover oversized luggage if they have a band as well. That's another expense on top.
Yeah, that's mad. Yeah, so sometimes my manager will call me up and he'll be like, yo, James, we got this gig offer and it's this much money, and I'll be like, whoa, that's so much money. But yeah, like, on all of these shows, 50% of it goes straight away, paying the other people, paying the government and paying the other people around. And then yeah, we're covering the cost of flights, we're covering the cost of hotels. We've got to eat, you know, we've got to eat food. Because like, we're away from home, we're touring. So what other costs are involved in being a touring DJ? Buying music, that's a small cost.
But it adds up.
Yeah.
The cost will add up because you got to keep fresh.
Yeah.
So, replacing equipment.
Yeah.
Like headphones.
I just bought new in-ears. Yeah, replacing equipment.
Then you got to think about like the well-being if you want to go to the gym as well. So that's another cost as well. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into touring that just adds up.
Cars, drivers. When you get to the airport, you're like, oh yeah, we're here. You're not. The other day, right, when we were in
San Francisco,
we weren't paying for the cars. The promoter of the club night was paying for the cars, but Rashawn got the bill on his email and we saw it, and they spent $808 on getting us to and from the airport and to and from the club. Crazy money. Like, thankfully I didn't have to pay that. Sometimes I do have to pay that. Like when we were in Las Vegas, I had to pay for all the cars through. Like, let me tell you right now, when we did EDC Las Vegas, I made negative money. I lost money from that show. There were 2 sets and I lost money on that show. I had 4 people flying to Vegas, cars throughout Vegas, 3 hotel rooms for 2 nights, 3 nights, and 2 helicopter rides to the festival, because we were told that's the only way you can get there. And yeah, there are certain shows that we do, and it happens a lot, where the show is such a great show for for me as an artist that you're okay with losing money from that show, because then you'll make money again from the next show, and that happens quite a lot. Like there are other like high profile shows where a lot of artists playing, they're not making any money, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to address this because there's a lot of, everybody talks about how much money's getting thrown around and stuff, and it's like, there ain't really that much money left at the end of the day, you know. Like obviously we aim to make more as we can make smarter decisions and stuff, and then hopefully one day I'll be able to like be rich. One other thing that I always forget to take into account, we've been in Orlando for 5 days, right? Nobody's earned any money in these 5 days, right? But we finished the show in the USA, and then we had another one 5 days later. Now, as I say, the flights from the USA to the UK, they're about $2,000. So then you got to think in your head, okay, what's more cost effective? Do we stay in the USA or do we fly back to the UK? So right now we've been staying in Orlando for 5 days, and that's cost thousands. It's cost thousands, literally. And that's us like sharing an apartment and stuff. And that's a price that you have to factor in, because even though you may say, oh yeah, you earn this much money on the weekend doing this show, you're actually spending it again through the week, just by existing, by actually doing something cost effective and staying in the country.
Because you got to think about the apartment. You got to pay for the apartment, and then your food for the amount of time you're here as well. And breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then if you decide to do anything as well, that all adds up. So there's a lot of costs that comes out of things.
Another thing that comes into play when you're touring for a longer period of time, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we don't have suitcases. We just have a little roll-on, little carry-on suitcase. So we don't have many clothes between us. He has loads because he's got some sort of system for fitting them in. So yeah, quite often I have to buy new clothes for shows and stuff, and like you probably always see like your favourite DJs like wearing all like designer clothes and stuff, and like that's cool, like, but that shit costs a lot of money. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start Stereotype, so I could wear my own brand. I'm like, why would I pay like $300 for like a t-shirt with Gucci on it or some shit? Nothing wrong with that, but like I'm trying to save money. Like, so why would I do that when I could make my own brand like Stereotype, and I could wear that and it costs like 10% of the price, you know? So that was one of the objectives with that, just trying to make everything make a bit more sense. So yeah, I kind of wanted to share that with you guys. If you got any questions, just put them in the comments, because I always read the comments on Moving Differently. I'm not always able to reply to everyone, but I do read the comments. So does Wallace. Rashan, I don't know. You read the comments?
Yeah. You do.
He does. So yeah, just leave us a comment. And if you want to know anything else, then just ask. If enough people want to know, then I'll tell you. I'm not hiding anything, man. I'm an open book. I'm not playing any games. So yeah, that's the end of this episode. Next week we are doing a bit of a mazza because we are Rashanless. he's going home for the weekend, and it's not a normal weekend. It's a big dramatic weekend.
Yeah.
But we've got a bit of a mazza going on because Champagne Kenny is going to be acting tour manager.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Definitely amazed. Okay. Are you excited? Are you excited for the stories? Yeah. Champagne Kenny acting tour manager for our 4th of July weekend. What did you call it? Independence weekend? Yeah.
Independence Weekender.
Independence Weekender. So yeah, it's the Independence Weekender episode with Champagne Kenny as tour manager. We are playing a show in Orlando, playing 2 shows in Atlantic City, and then a show in Miami. And then flying to New York to go studio for a few days. So yeah, gonna miss you, bro.
Miss you guys as well.
Don't go too heavy. Yeah, so Wallace said after we said this, we need to do an extra special big transition. Come here.
Get down to the sound.